first. Miles and miles fly across our sky. Tonight's the time. Over the rainbow, glorious night. It's light in our dreams, and I hope we're alright. We're all the same and from another world. We don't belong here anymore. Look over there, it's gold. We can be as fellows, not a place to follow. Don't take the sorrow, pray for tomorrow. We've gotta get high enough to try. Over the world, we've gotta fly. Come to the dance with Firebird and take us all. Alright, we can go high enough and glide over the world to find our own life. Come to the dance with Firebird tonight. It's ride or die. Over the rainbow, glorious sight. It's light in our dreams, and I hope we're alright. We're all the same and from another world. We don't belong here anymore. Look over there, it's gold mine. We can be as fellows, not a place to follow. Don't take the sorrow, pray for tomorrow.
Distant land, we're stuck on a whole different planet. No peace looking at the sky, trouble's always all around. So we stay quick with the guns and cannons, standing as long as we can until we get all dolls up. Then call off that song, we'll blow the guitar, dealing with lives messed up.
All right, what is up, everyone? OJ here from Player S. Welcome back to another PE Live. Today we got a great show for you guys. A lot of stuff already popping on this Sunday. Believe it or not, usually the weekend, not much going on. Well, actually, there's a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to be talking about all of that, guys. We got a nice 2-hour show for you guys. So just sit back, relax. Let's get into the topics. We're going to have a lot of fun. Don't worry. We'll go over everything. We'll get all your questions answered because I know you guys got questions. But remember, if you're an Elite Ninja, you will be able to get your random questions answered at any point. As long as it's gaming based, once again. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today. We already got 80 people in here. Pretty good for the pre-show. And we should get into some ninja news. So, shout outs to Mr. Pete, 1985, with the first donation of the stream. $2 donation. He says, "What's up, OJ? What's up, Mr. Pete? Good to see you here, my man. Good to see you here. Thank you for the $2 donation." that does make you the top stream ninja. I hope you guys enjoyed the music. That was some Xenoblade Chronicles X. This is actually the anniversary of the launch with Xenoblade Chronicles X. So 4 years ago, I think, yeah, 4 years ago today, or right around this time, Xenoblade Chronicles X launched in Japan. And I actually, it was so funny because that's when I got my Wii U, right around this time, my Japanese Wii U. Just so I can play the game in Japanese, and it was a horrible decision because I couldn't understand anything that was going on, and I needed to talk to somebody else over the internet who was fluent in Japanese just so I can proceed through certain things, because there were so many different like texts and all this stuff that was happening. I just wish I know Japanese. It would have just made things so much easier. But either way, yeah, anniversary. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the Xeno music, and I will have a brand new Xenoblade video for you guys tomorrow morning. So look forward to that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. We are going to officially start, because E3 is going to be up in the next month or so. We're going to officially start the Road to E3 series. So all throughout May and of course in June, there are going to be various E3 related type of videos. So there you go. Shadow King 1982 also donated $2 through Super Chat as well. No message, so thank you guys. Both of you guys are the top stream ninjas for right now. So we're going to go ahead and put both of you guys' names up on here. So we're going to put Mr. Pete first. Mr. Pete. And then plus, and Shadow King. Shadow, if I can spell. Shadow King with the $2. So thank you guys for the donations. I really do appreciate that. All right, so Ninja News. I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna be doing some Labo stuff. So look forward to a Labo video next week. I'm gonna be unpacking the Labo and making it and getting my impressions. So look forward to that next week. Also, guys, Ninja News. We do have the PE podcast number 49. I actually accidentally put it as 48, but it's actually 49. That is up live for everybody to watch. So if you need some like a podcast to watch, and man, it was funny. So yeah, make sure you guys check out the PE podcast. Also, shout outs to Big Bailey. He actually ended the week. The week starts over in terms of the top ninja, the weekly ninja. Big Bailey actually ended the week as the top weekly ninja. So there will be a customized post on the community page thanking him for his support for the past week. And going forward, we will have anybody who ends the week as the top weekly ninja. We'll get that customized post on there as well as Hokage mode and top ninja pledges as well, all three. So there will be a customized post with all of that on there. So look forward to that on the community page once again. And it's going to be a thank you to all of you guys, though. It's not just everybody there, because everybody makes contributions. Everybody who even if you just watch. So there will be a customized thank you for all of you guys' support this past month on the channel. So look forward to that. Any other ninja news? That's it. Actually, that's it. That's it for ninja news. So let's get into shout outs. If you want me to say hi to you in the chat, feel free to say hi. I'll be more than happy to say hi back to you. So, one more thing, guys. Live streams, definitely gonna be doing more live streams. Definitely gonna be doing more Super Smash Brothers Ultimate matches and all of that. So a lot of people have been asking. We did fix last night. We were having some issues with the timer with the Elite Ninja stuff. So if you do want to become an Elite Ninja, a lot of you guys were clicking on it and it wasn't doing anything. I actually have that fixed because there is a character limit, and I didn't notice that when I put it into the timer. So if you do want to join up as Elite Ninja, that link does directly work now at this point, because I actually had 2 or 3 people yesterday tell me it's not working. So I fixed it. So the link is fixed. So shout outs to everybody there. Thank you. Last night we had a Dragon's Dogma stream. Once again, Capcom claimed it, so I have to go into there and get them to unclaim it like they did my last one. But that will be up on the channel sometime today as well. So if you want to watch my part 2 of gameplay video for Dragon's Dogma, that's going to be there. I'm going to try to commit to finishing my games, guys. I think it's pathetic. I'll be the first person to admit that I think it's pathetic on how many games that I don't finish. I think that needs to be content for you guys because of all the support that we get on the channel. So there will be more late night live streams, whether I'm tired or not. There will be more late night live streams. There will be more gameplay videos where we will actually beat the games. So look forward to that, because this is pathetic. I'm just buying games and never beating them. It's ridiculous. So we've got to get that done. So I will be doing that more. So look forward to more live streams on that. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the shout outs here. Once again, Shadow King, Mr. Pete, thank you guys so much for your contributions today already. Thank you. MTY 1983, what's good? How's it going? Angel Page, what's good? VC, what's up, man? Good to see you here. All right, Mr. Pete, once again, trying to play Japanese game when you can't read and speak Japanese. We've all been there. Yeah, well, some of us at least. Yo, what's up, Phil? Elite Ninja Phil's here. Markel, what's good, man? How's it going? Taylor Robinson, what's up, Taylor? How's it going? Good to see you here. I am not human. What's up, man? Magnazone, what's good, man? How you doing today? Is it Arpit? Arpit, what's good, man? Good to see you here. Gunslinger, my man, good to see you here. Jarmo, what's good? Jarmo, good to see you here as well. Junior V, what's up? Yo, shout out, love it from India. Shout outs to the international fans here. Thank you guys so much. Without you guys' support, there's no way Player Essence would be where it is right now. So thank you so much for all the international users here. Nathan is Drake. What's up, my boy? Good to see you here like always. I like how you coming through to the streams. No BDK Racing fan. What's up, man? Good to see you back. Shout outs to my bodyguard, Party Man. Good to see you here, dude. Rob Glass, what's good? Phil says my backlog is too large as well. Yeah, man, I gotta start. That's a good way. You know what? That's a good way to tackle your backlog, man. Is just basically just start like streaming it or something, or just dedicate time to it. But I've got to. Like last night, I wasn't gonna stream, man. I'm like, man, I'm tired. But I was, you know what? I just got up. Like I was watching other people stream. Like I was watching like Max or some other people stream. Like I just got up and said, man, nah, man, y'all deserve it. So I just got to my back in my office, turned it on, just streamed, and we ended up having a good time. It was like a 3-hour or 2-hour stream. Ended up having a great time. A lot of people sponsored up and stuff, so it was a good idea. All right, just bought Cuphead. Cool. Is Diaz, what's good? Mohammed, what's up, man? T-Dude, what's good? T-Dude, focus on me. What's up? Kenyatta, what's up? Elite Ninja Kenyatta. When's that icon changing? Soon. Yep, soon. Yo, Trap Lord Huey, what's good, my boy? Good to see you here, like always, Trap Lord. Jumpmon, what's up, Jumpmon? Jumpmon, I need a name for your address that you sent me, DM. So I need you to give me like the address that I'm actually gonna put on the envelope, like a name and all of that. You sent me it partial, so I need that in order for me to send you that LAN adapter, my boy. Let's see here. Any Smash tonight? Yeah, we'll probably do Smash. I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a break after the 2 hours, and then we'll do Smash today. So yeah, I'm gonna do Smash as much as possible. Like as much as possible. I really want to get to these. I really want to get to 175 members so we can get some more emotes, and I really want to get to that 200 by the time that Fire Emblem comes out, and really want to get to maybe 500 by the end of the year. So whatever I can do to get people to member up, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's going to be playing Smash Brothers and playing with the Elite Ninja out there, or even having an open arena ID and saying, hey, I'll give you guys one game in an open arena. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to member up, you want to play more. So we might even do that like Freestyle Friday or something like that, where we basically open it up to everybody, but Elite Ninjas actually get more games. And basically, people who just want to hop in and get a little taste, they can maybe get one game, and that's it, you know? So, of course, it'll be priority for the Elite Ninja, but then after that, people who want to hop in and get one game and see if they want to member up, we'll do that. So I really want to get to 500 by the end of the year, and I want to get to 200. I want to get to 200 by the time Fire Emblem Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out. So we're really trying to push for that. So there you go. All right, Ian, what's good, Ian? Good to see you here, man. Nice evening in the UK. Dave Gaming, what's good, my boy? Like always, good to see you here. Devil Joe, what's up, man? How's it going? Chibi Vinyl, what's good? Elite Ninja Chibi Vinyl. Jesus Pickney, what's good, man? Good to see you here, like always. Braxton, what's up, man? What's up? I have not gotten my Final Fantasy 10/10-2 from Play Asia yet, Rob. Let's see here. Boom. Yes, backlog cleaning, yes. Yo, what's up, Derpy McSquirtle? All right, good to see you here, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Your backlog is bad. Yo, what's up? Yes, drop a like, guys. Definitely drop a like. If you like the streams, you like chatting with me on a normal basis, drop a like on there. Lets YouTube know that this is the place to be. Roundup Penguin, good to see you here, like always. What's up, Roundup? Good to see you. Or at least read your text and your icon. I think that's Earthworm Jim icon, isn't it? Yo, RTX Gaming, what's good, man? Good to see you here. So yeah, Score More, what's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you here, Score More. Princess Lavinity, what's good? We meet again. TY, what's up, man? How's it going? There's no point in arguing which one's better between 12 and 10. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're all just games. You just play them. So it doesn't really matter which one's better. It's all opinion anyway. It's subjective anyway, right? I mean, if you like action and kind of like the MMO style, then maybe 12 is better. If you like traditional turn-based, then maybe 10 is better, you know? So it really just depends on what your preference is in combat systems. You know, for example, there's a lot of people that like Final Fantasy 15 the most, you know, because Final Fantasy 15 is a true action RPG. And then there's a lot of people that don't like it because they don't like that Final Fantasy is a true action RPG. So I think it's really based on what you like gameplay wise, not necessarily if there's anything factually better than one or the other, you know? All right. Digging the Akatsuki tea. Oh yeah, I got a couple of them. I got this one and I got a gray one. So yeah, I'm looking to buy some more shirts too. I'm looking to buy a couple more shirts online. So it just depends, man. All right. Shadow King says I got surprised by the limited run games this week. All right, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the let's go ahead and get into the topics here, guys, before we deviate too much. So recently there was an update for the Nintendo Switch to 8.0, and that actually caused it to have a somewhat of a quote-unquote boost mode, which makes games load faster and perform better via overclocking, which is a little bit interesting because that's what people were asking, like, wait a minute, why did Nintendo underclock the Tegra X1 and what it could already do? That seems weird considering the standard Tegra X1 has better performance than a regular Switch, right? But obviously video game systems and stock units based on what you do once it's inside, working with the RAM and working with the rest of the system, can make things different. So here's an article from Gear Nuke. Here's what they had to say. There was the latest major update, and basically there's this boost mode that developers have access to. And this boost mode essentially allows, this is Gear Nuke writing, allows for the Nintendo Switch CPU to be overclock itself to 1.75 gigahertz in certain situations. Okay, not all the time, but in certain situations. Now, a huge jump from its stock 1 gigahertz speed. The addition made more sense when updates for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey were released, so that's the VR Labo stuff. Apparently, Breath of the Wild 1.60 and Super Mario Odyssey 1.30 updates were installed. The games load faster as well. Now, folks over at the GBA Temp concluded, thanks to the updates for the games working with the new Switch firmware, loading data would work much faster. The games were essentially overclocking CPU to 1.75 gigahertz during the loading sections and going back to 1 gigahertz stock when the section's loaded. So it's kind of like a boost type of mode, you know, like it'll do it when it needs to. Like, oh snap, it's loading. We need to load this faster. All right, let's overclock and then right back. Now the problem with that, or what the reason why it's not activated all the time, is because that then it gets into heating, overheating, gets into battery life and stuff like that. So it kind of just boosts it when it needs it. And I would think that most people would take faster loading times, you know, then okay, the battery's gonna last for like an extra, I don't know, like 10 minutes or whatever the case is, you know. So now, according to Brawl 345, the load times in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild noticed the following improvements. So loading a save file went from 31 seconds to 21 seconds, so a 10-second drop. Fast travel went from 19 seconds to 11 seconds, and entering the shrine went from 10 seconds to 7 seconds. And if you look at these 31, 19, 10, those are actually not bad, considering that a lot of PS4 and Xbox One games are like up to 3-4 minutes sometimes to load open environments or to go different places. The fact that it's this quick, 7 seconds entering a shrine, that's basically nothing. I mean, you can, you know, take a look at your drink, put it back down, and almost take about 7 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, really good. Really, really good that it's that fast. Now, the improvements are pretty substantial. This could mean that other games in the future take advantage of it. We know that Mortal Kombat, for example, that game does boost the CPU at times. I'm not exactly sure when it does it or where. I guess we can talk about it a little bit more in this Mortal Kombat update, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Also, shout outs to Duco Van. I cannot say that last name, but shout outs to Duco Van. Duco V, what's good, man? Thank you so much for joining the Elite Ninja Village. I do appreciate that. Definitely glad to have you here. You guys give some love. What's up, man? So yeah. All right, we're going to get into Mortal Kombat in just a bit. First, we're going to take some questions. This is basically how it works, guys, for all the new people here. We're going to go in order, you know, so we'll talk about the topics in order, how you see it on your the title of the video. And as we get to each topic, I'll talk about the information, and then you guys can tag me after I'm done. You guys can tag me at PlayerSense or hashtag PlayerSense if you want to talk about anything to do with what we are talking about here. Now, when we move on to the next topic, that's when you can ask about Mortal Kombat, or you can ask about whatever topic we are. And then at the very end, then we'll get into random Q&A to where you can ask your questions pretty much with anything, or if there's anything that you heard or something that you want me to know, then I'll be more than happy to answer that. Just so we can kind of go in order. It's a 2-hour show, so you don't have to worry. I mean, this is something where you guys like kick back, relax, you know, it's not like instant news, you know, where you get everything right then and there. So just kick back, relax, and enjoy it. And like I said, we'll get all of your questions answered. I promise. I always leave at least minimum of 30 minutes at the end to answer you guys' questions, comments, feedback, whatever the case is. We've been doing this for a while now, so it should be good. All right, so let's go and get into you guys' thoughts here. Yo, what's up, Sam Yargo? How you doing today? No, it's Clockwork Penguin. Wound Up Penguin. Clockwork Penguin. Something Penguin. Penguin. All right, so what do you guys have to say about this whole thing here? Mr. Pete 1985 says speedrunners were playing Breath of the Wild on Wii U because of faster loading. Wonder if they start playing on the Switch now. Okay, well, what is the Switch's, or sorry, what is the Wii U's loading times for all this stuff? Do you remember what the Wii U's loading times are? I didn't know the Wii U loaded faster. I had no idea that it loaded faster, which is interesting. Were they playing it off of the flash memory on the Wii U, or were they comparing that to the flash memory on the Switch? Or were they just playing it, were speedrunners just playing it off the cartridge? Which one? Because you know you get faster or slower loading times based on, I guess it's on the SD card, if it's on the internal memory, if it's on the flash memory on the Wii U, if it's on an external hard drive, you know? So what were they playing it off of? I don't know. Gamma said, okay, you guys are talking about Mortal Kombat. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Mr. B says, if you played on internal storage or HUD, it was faster due to lower res assets. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to say here. I see what you're saying. Because of the lower res assets, it's not like, you know, I think it's 900p, right, on the Switch, and then on Wii U, it's 720p. But I think, is there a dynamic resolution on the Wii U as well? Because I know it's dynamic on the Switch. It can be up to 900p, 1080p upscaled. So yeah, I didn't know. I did not play the Switch version. Or sorry, I did not play the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild, but I have it. I have it sealed. But I did not play it. So any other questions on this one here, guys, or shall we move on? Seems like you guys are just pretty content and saying, all right, well, that's that. All right, Brian Jetty says, pretty sure speedrunners play the Wii U version. Okay. Mr. Pete says, don't know if the Wii U does dynamic scaling or not. Never looked into it. Okay. So the speedrunners were playing the Wii U version more so than the Switch version. Also, it might be because of the controller too. That could be a reason why, because the Pro controller that lasts 80 hours on a single charge compared to maybe if the speedrunner doesn't have a Pro controller, or if they don't want to use Joy-Cons, if they already have a Wii U Pro controller, that lasts a lot longer. It's lighter than this controller. The Wii U Pro controller is really good. It just doesn't have, I don't think, does it have rumble? I'm not sure if it does, but either way, it's super light and it lasts 80 hours. It's like, it feels like such a light plastic shell. It feels good in the hands. Yo, what's up, Dank Beam? How's it going? Picture them using this to almost remove load screens. I don't know if they'll remove load screens, because then because like you have to load it for the most part. Like, I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where you don't have any load screens at all. Maybe one of these days in gaming that'll be the case. I know Sony's trying to go with their fast memory or whatever. You know, so they're trying to do something like with loading times and all that, like to reduce them. So we'll have to wait and see, huh? Maybe now people will be less hesitant on ports from PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Magnezone has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with that. No matter what, even if you have a faster clock speed, it's still ARM architecture. Here's the thing that most people don't understand with gaming. PS4, Xbox One, and PC all use the same architecture. Ancient, to be honest. Old, big old, huge disk drives, and now they're trying to push you into digital, huge hard drives and all that. That's the reason why all those games come across there, because they're easy to make all across the board. Nintendo uses ARM architecture. That is small, mobile chip architecture. No matter what, it's not hesitancy because it's like, oh, well, it's not strong enough. It's because it's a completely different architecture. Still good. Still Tegra. Still stuff that developers can use, because, I mean, most developers know how to make games for ARM. They've done it before. But it's still something different. The way that things work, file size compared to what Nintendo Switch does, space available compared to what Nintendo Switch does, all of that is different. Has nothing to do with whether it's a boost mode or not. That's not it. You can boost it to 5 billion gigahertz. That's still not going to change the architecture of the system from to x86, which is what they prefer. They prefer everything to just be the same thing. They don't want any differentiation, like anything to be different. A lot of developers want everything to be the same. They want everything to be x86, everything to be huge install sizes, everything. That's what they want. Western developers, at least. I don't know about Japanese developers, not so much. Or I don't even know what Japanese developers want, to be honest. But no, it has nothing to do with clock speeds. All right. Third parties just hate Nintendo. Third parties don't hate Nintendo. That's a stupid way of looking at it. No, not to be mean to what you're saying, but no, third parties don't hate Nintendo. No, that's a very silly statement. If that's the case, if third parties hated Nintendo, then why is Doom Eternal on the Switch? Why is Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch? Why is Dragon's Dogma on the Switch? Why is Final Fantasy on the Switch? Why are all these third-party games on the Switch if third-party developers hated Nintendo? That doesn't make sense. Let's see here. So the CPU clock speed boost is 1.75 gigahertz compared to the normal 1.0. Yes, but it can only sustain for short bursts. Well, it's purposefully done in short bursts in order to not overheat the system and save battery life. So it only kind of activates it when it needs it. Could it be done all the time? Absolutely. But then it might cook your system. It might cook your system for longer. You're going to get less battery life. The system's going to get hotter. Why is this update being done just now? No coincidence with Labo VR? Well, it is because of Labo VR, yeah. That's part of it. Labo VR and maybe some other games that are coming out this year too. I own both Wii U and Switch versions of Breath of the Wild, and they played. Both felt loading times were pretty similar to each other. Okay. Third parties dislike Nintendo's business practices. They don't hate Nintendo. They don't like that. They're not in love with Nintendo's hardware decisions. So yeah, there's some of that. They're not in love with that. But at the same time, a lot of them are seeing like, oh, wait a minute, there's a lot of growth that can be had whenever Nintendo tries something different. Like a lot of them, like Ed Boon, one of the main reasons why Mortal Kombat is on there, because Ed Boon was like, yo, this is actually pretty cool. Like Ed Boon wants to play, like when he does his business trips, he wants to play Mortal Kombat on the go. That's the main reason why, even like a game like Diablo 3, right? Diablo 3 skipped the Wii U. Despite Diablo 3 could have easily been on the Wii U, they just didn't feel the need to put it on there. The system wasn't selling, but I mean, even if it was selling more, I'm not even sure if they would even put it on there. But the developers of Diablo literally wanted to have a version of Diablo that they can play on their business trips. And that's the reason why Diablo 3 is on the Switch. Because the developers really wanted to just play Diablo anywhere that they wanted. So I think a lot of developers want to put the games on there. It's just a matter of if they're going to get the money, if they're gonna if it falls in line with what they're what the corporate heads are going to give them the money to make the port, because it's not super cheap and it's not easy. You got to get a good team together. You got to make sure that you know what you're doing to get a Switch port. You don't want to put out crap. That's the thing. You don't want to put out something that's really bad. You want to put out a quality version of a game, and that takes time. You don't snap your fingers and all of a sudden a Switch version appears, which I've said before. Like you don't snap your fingers and all of a sudden a wild Switch version appears. That's exactly the same as the PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, if you want something that's exactly like the PS4 and Xbox One, then go buy a PS4 and Xbox One. If you want something that's a little bit different, the Switch is there. There's no reason why they all can't coincide. Or should we all have three systems that all do the same things that all look the same? I mean, that's pretty much what PS4, Xbox One, and PC are at this point. They're all three the same. They all do the same things, and they're all going towards being the same thing. They're all PS4 and Xbox One are going straight towards being a Steam boxes. Actually, they pretty much already are Steam boxes in some regards. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the game's all installed to there. They're all pretty much, everything's just a PC now, which for some people is good, but for me, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I really don't. So, Aiden Quinn, gets a $3 donation and says, scratch your neck like crackhead. You got some of that Dragalia Lost Cross Fire Emblem main theme? Yeah, man. I definitely got that for you. Thank you so much, Aiden Quinn. With that donation, that does make you the top stream ninja for this stream. Thank you so much for your contribution, my man. I do appreciate that. And we'll get your music going in just a second. You guys in the chat, please give some love to Aiden for that donation. Very nice of him to support the Ninja Village on this glorious Sunday. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get your music going. You said you requested Dragalia Lost Cross Fire Emblem. All right, Dragalia Lost Cross Fire Emblem. I think this is it. Let me know how it sounds, guys. All right, so let's keep it going here. I'm going to read off more of you guys' comments. Let me know if it's too loud, not loud enough. Let me know in the chat. I looked at the description for the speedrun vid for Breath of the Wild. Apparently, the Wii U has faster load times, same 30 seconds. The German language setting saves time too. All right, there you go. The Diablo 3 port is better than the Mortal Kombat 11 port, in my honest opinion. Diablo 3 uses much older tech than what Mortal Kombat 11. Well, technically speaking, in terms of graphically, Mortal Kombat 3 is a much more intense and graphically superior game than what Diablo 3 is. So that's the reason why it's a little bit better of a port. It's far less demanding. Let's see here. Markel Hawthorne says, I meant Western third parties. Bethesda and a few others are here, but EA and Activision aren't. Well, though that could be a blessing. Well, I mean, if you meant Western third parties, then say Western third parties. Don't just say third parties, because then that means you're literally you're cutting off literally tons of developers, tons of Japanese developers that all are making games for the Switch. So don't just, I mean, make sure you're particular with what you're saying, because third parties doesn't just equal Western developers, you know? But even if you say that way, third parties, I don't really see any third parties coming out saying that they hate Nintendo or anything. I mean, just because they don't want to put everything on there because it's not exactly the same doesn't mean they hate something. There's certain things that I don't want to do, doesn't mean I hate it just because I don't want to do it. For example, I don't know, playing more PS4 games on the channel. Do I hate the PS4? No, not really. That doesn't mean I want to play the PS4 games. Though you don't have to produce and put a bunch of things on something or you hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of logic is silly, and it makes it seem like you don't understand business, you know? Like, you don't have to make a bunch of games for Switch. It's either you make games for it or you hate it. That's not the case, unless you come out and actually say things to give me to let me say, like, okay, yeah, I think that you really dislike it, like EA, for example. Then obviously, then you can say, okay, they dislike it. But I don't think there's all Western third parties hate the Nintendo Switch. I think that's silly. That's a silly statement. Let's see here. It's a boost only for loading times because it needs to be short periods of time to avoid overheating. Yeah, that's what I said, Kimbachi. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Why? Okay. All right. I already read that. Let's see here. I didn't mean getting rid of the load screens entirely. I just meant more severely reduced load screens. Well, there's a way to do that in general. Like, and that's like a like the solid state memory. That would really help out. But I mean, I don't know if it's gonna reduce. Yeah, you can reduce times, but I don't know how much farther it's gonna go, you know, from here. Dave Gaming says, do you think that since it got Diablo Switch bundle, that since Diablo creators splurged on bigger cartridge, Nintendo offered a cool bundle for the game as business deal? I mean, that could be. There could be something there, like, hey, like, if you do this, we're gonna get this. But I mean, it could be that Nintendo really wanted to promote the game, you know, and they helped out with distribution too. I mean, there could be all sorts of backdoor deals that we don't know about, you know. So I mean, it could be. I mean, that's a good theory to think about, at least. Brian Jedi says, why do you think EA is so stubborn on not supporting Switch? Because of the Wii U. Because of the Wii U. They didn't have it in their plans. Remember, development plans are done years in advance. And when the Switch was being developed and was being introduced, they didn't think it was going to be successful. And they've still continued on with that, just like, well, we don't really necessarily need it at this point. So that's the reason why. I think it's pretty obvious to see why EA's not on board. And no, I mean, we shouldn't wish for EA to be dead. There's a lot of good people that work at EA. It's really the executives that are the issue. This says, did the speed boost upgrade fix the horrible lag and frame drops in the forest in Breath of the Wild? No, I don't think it fixed any type of frame rate or anything like that. So no. So no. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's I don't think the frame rate is that bad in the court. I mean, they already did updates to fix it. It's not that bad, but it definitely could be better. I mean, it's not like running like at 12 frames per second or something like that. Yo, what's up, Abraham Gunner with the almost Toby Blaster Konohamaru sweeping through the Ninja Village. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much, Abraham. With the $10 donation, you are the top stream ninja for the stream, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get your name up here on the leaderboard, and then we will get your comment read. I appreciate that. You guys give some love to Abraham here in the chat for coming in. With that $10 donation. Nice, Konohamaru, sweeping through. And here's what he has to say. I'm glad you have Streamlabs to make it easier to support you. Super chat doesn't even work in my country. There you go, Abraham. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much, man, because Streamlabs definitely is really good. Obviously, when you use Streamlabs, it helps support a little bit more. Super chat isn't always supported in every country, but I appreciate that. Either way, I really do. I appreciate any support that I get because you guys don't have to give me anything. So I really do appreciate you guys supporting when you guys can. So thank you so much. Yo, what's up, Abraham? Okay, you're over on Twitch Boys. What's up, man? Thank you for the support, dude. I appreciate that. Twitch Boys in the house, too. All right, so let's continue on here. And once again, you guys give some love, some emotes if you got them from my boy Abraham. All right. And we also have YouTube too, Abraham. If you want to have a little bit more of a lively chat, you might want to check out YouTube. We got like hundreds of people on YouTube, not so much on Twitch. All right. So Tension says, don't know what to say. I won't buy any game from EA. So I mean, well, there you go. EA executives need to pay cut to 100K a year. That's not happening. Let's see here. Andre Wine with the Trill donation and says, donated $2 and says, I heard Super Chat is the greatest. Love 70% boys. I don't know where you heard that from, Andre. I really don't know where you heard that from. Whoever told you that is not telling the truth. Shout outs. Thank you so much for the $2 donation, though. I do appreciate that. All right. I just use Super Chat because of my iPhone. There you go. Well, if you go to the description, you can use Streamlabs. It should work with your iPhone as well. It should work on your iPhone too. All right, so shall we move on to the next topic here, guys? Or you guys want anything else to say on this? We did actually spend quite a bit of time on this one. Time flies by. So let's see here. I won't buy any EA games until they provide supercomputers for SimCity. Okay, let's talk about SimCity. FE, or is it FE, or I don't know how to pronounce this game. The FE was $9.99 the other day, so I bought it. It's the second time I ever bought an EA game. All right, there you go. Android, okay, you guys are talking about this so stupid phone war stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, guys. Thank you so much for that first topic. We're gonna move on to Mortal Kombat. So we have a brand new Mortal Kombat 11 Switch update. So I downloaded this update last night. I do want to get into Mortal Kombat more and play and stream it and kind of get into the game and see how it is. Apparently this addressed some issues with loading, with some performance on the Nintendo Switch and other things. Well, let's go ahead and read off what NetherRealm has to say officially about this Switch update. So the update is live, so it says, hello all. Here are the notes for the Nintendo Switch Mortal Kombat 11 patch that just went live. Please note, we are working on another update to the Nintendo Switch version that will be coming in the next couple weeks to further improve the Crypt and Towers of Time experience. So the Crypt is a bit rough on the Nintendo Switch. I was watching it last night on Maximilian Dude's stream, and it actually even crashed one time after like a package came down or whatever it was. So there you go. Character and gameplay balancing, so they're already balancing out characters. Audio and localization update, so that's good. Character tutorials are now available, so that's really good. Character tutorials, so if you have a character that you really want to use, you can do it for each character. That's awesome. Overall stability improvements, because we needed some stability improvements for the Switch version. It's pretty good. It runs overall pretty good with some dips here and there. And general fixes as well. So good update so far. I have it downloaded. As soon as I'm done with Dragon's Dogma, I'm gonna start peppering in some Mortal Kombat 11 for you guys because the game just looks so cool. I want to get good at it, but I don't know. It's so blocky and robotic. I just got to get used to the blockiness of the game. So yeah. The song sound is too loud. Why don't you guys tell me this earlier? You guys should have been told me this multiple times. Anyway, it's pretty much over. So sorry for those. The song is pretty much over. That was 9 minutes of that. Sorry. If it was too loud that whole time, that's been playing for 9 minutes. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. But either way, it's off now. So sorry about that for those who found it too loud with the music. And thank you once again, Aiden Quinn. I appreciate your donation for that music. All right, I finally started playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate full time. Let's go, Andre. All right, hold on to. Okay, never mind. This is actually a question that has to do with Mortal Kombat. He says, "Do you think Panic Button should have done a better build versus Shiver Entertainment?" Would I think that Panic Button would have done a better build? Probably. It probably would have been a little bit better, but I think that this is pretty good. I don't think this is bad by any means. A lot of people are just comparing it to the PS4 and Xbox One, and if you do this, and if you do that, then yeah, it's obviously not going to be as good. But I mean, when Doom came out, people were crying and complaining about Doom. You know, even though it's a good port, people were complaining about Doom. People were complaining about any of the bigger graphically enhanced like games that are like current generation. People complain about. If it's a last generation game, then obviously it's easier. People don't complain about those. But if it's a current generation game, people complain about it. So it's, I mean, Panic Button probably would have done maybe a little bit better, but it would have been the same. There probably would have been the same issues, and people would have complained about the same things. So yeah. I don't think it would have been like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden it's like 10 times better than what it is right now. So yeah, when you do pick up Mortal Kombat, will you do sponsor streams? Absolutely. I'm gonna play through it to see if I want to get into it more, and if I really want to get into it more and like do sponsor streams and stuff like that, I will. Yeah, absolutely. Probably says, well, the sound wasn't really the issue, but the song itself just started getting annoying to people. Okay, got it. Yeah, it was kind of annoying, right? That. All right, so. Link that says OJ is analysis video MK11 runs at locked 60 frames in fights, and the Digital Foundry videos said only one fight showed a frame drop down to the high 40s. Okay, well, where was it? The single player fight? Was it the multiplayer? I heard that like some like the X-ray attacks or whatever, or like the fatal blows are like 30 frames or lower. I'm not really sure, but either way, for the most part, it seems pretty stable 60 for me. MK11 audio has been fixed after the update. It used to cut off a few times. All right, well, there you go. There you go. So yeah, I think they're going to continue to fix things. To be honest, guys, like game development is freaking tough. And a lot of times you don't ever get a game perfect. When it first launches, no game is really perfect right out of the box. Unless the game has already been complete and done forever, then okay. You know, if you're porting over already done source code, then you can make some more improvements and maybe just like, for example, like Dragon's Dogma, right? Like you can just improve upon that, or like Skyrim. But even though that still has a bunch of issues, I mean, like, most games aren't even complete after they're complete, you know? You just do the best that you can, and hopefully things stay together, and then you can continue to update and do stuff afterwards. But obviously you want to make sure that everything's as good as possible, you know, at the beginning. I don't know how to say that name, but I'm just going to call you my boy. Is it APT? What's good? Thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to Elite Ninja Village of Players. Everybody chat, please welcome APT to the village. What's good? Yeah, it drops to 30 on fatal blows and fatalities on all versions. Okay, well, there you go. I mean, I think fatal blows, it doesn't matter if it's 30, right? It's a pre-rendered, like, video or whatever. It's not even, like, the in-game normal thing, so yeah. Yo, what's up, the Hands the Third? Good to see you here. APT Apartment. There you go. Let's call him APT, dude. I couldn't pronounce the rest of that. I don't know. Let's see here. OJ getting all the international. Yes, got to get the international subs. Absolutely. Got to make sure that I stream early here in the West Coast so I can get these international cats going to sleep. Let's see here. Tetris says, do you think MK11 is throttled for microtransactions? I think that it's definitely something that they give you enough content in there to be worth the purchase. So those who are saying, oh, well, the microtransactions ruin it, I don't necessarily think so. This game already gives you more content than most fighting games. So I think that really the game is worth the cop just based off of the combat and like the online and all the stuff that's in the game, like for a fighting game. In terms of like the microtransaction stuff, like, yeah, obviously it's like pretty grindy. And there's definitely an issue there because of the microtransactions and them making you grind for stuff. But at the same time, I still think that the game is still worth the 60. Regardless, because like you have like the crypt mode, you have like the towers. I mean, there's still a lot of content in the game. There's still a lot of gameplay. I just don't think that all that towers and all that stuff is that fun. I just don't think it's a really fun. Like, I wouldn't spend too much time grinding on towers and doing that type of stuff. But that gets you unlocks, right? So, I mean, there's a fundamental flaw in the way that the game is designed. Because, yeah, it is designed to be a bit grindy. And they did put in microtransactions. So, yeah, they obviously made it to where it takes longer. Because they definitely want people to buy, you know, use microtransactions and just buy stuff, right? That's exactly what they want. But I think that at the end of the day, when you look at it, kind of like Devil May Cry, there's enough content in there, even with the microtransactions or whatever, to still think that the game's worth the cop, you know? Let's see, how does MK11 play on the Switch online? From what I've seen, it plays okay. Everything plays smooth if you can check the connections beforehand, which Super Smash Bros. Needs. If it's a good connection, you can play. If it's not a good connection, you can decide to not play. So from what I've seen, it's pretty smooth. Baron, we talked about this on the podcast, said that it runs pretty good. So I don't think there should be any issues. Let's see here. The only issue that I have with MK11 is that it's always online. I feel like it should have been an only online. Well, no, only certain modes are always online. Like you can play the game offline, so you can like practice or you can go into some stuff that's offline. But there's only certain modes that are always online. But you can still play the game offline though if you want to play offline. So yeah. Right now, I buy Dragon's Dogma, Mortal Kombat 11, or should I buy Katana Zero? Right. Well, those games are all different costs. One of them is $15, one of them is $60, and the other one is $40. So, I mean, it depends on like how much cash you're willing to spend right now and what you're willing to do. I mean, it just depends. I mean, do you have another RPG that you're playing? If you have another RPG that you're playing, then maybe Dragon's Dogma isn't necessarily something that you should buy. If you're looking for something quick and easy that you can play in short bursts, like on your lunch break and all that, then yeah, Katana Zero is probably the game, or Mortal Kombat, you know? So yeah, those are the things. Dragon's Dogma is a game that you kind of just want to sit down and play for a long time. Like, you don't want to just, like, you can't really play it in short bursts, at least I don't think so. Just, it depends on what you're looking for right now. And I know you have no shortage of games to play, VC, so. Let's see, it says, yeah, Fatal Blows, I believe, are whoa, hold up, don't hide, unhide that guy, unhide him, Dankbeam. He doesn't deserve to be, I mean, self-promotion doesn't deserve a ban though, so unhide him real quick, whoever that was, Dankbeam, unhide him. Just time him, if he does it again, just time him out. But no bans for self-promotion unless they say something disrespectful. Markel says, I hear Blaze Blue Central Fiction was pretty good online, so I think Smash just has bad netcode. I don't think Smash has a bad netcode. No, I don't think Smash has a bad netcode at all. Blaze Blue Central Fiction can have bad online as well. The only difference is that people who play Blaze Blue are more hardcore people that want to make sure that they have good connections, whereas Smash Brothers are a bunch of casuals that just play with Wi-Fi or just, they don't give a crap. A lot of people on Smash just don't care, and it's just a way more popular game. A lot more hardcore players who are into fighting games and want to have good connections play Blaze Blue and play these other hardcore fighting games more than Smash Brothers players who just go on willy-nilly with their Wi-Fi with no freaking LAN adapters. So no, I disagree. I don't think it has a better netcode per se. There's no way that we can tell about that. I think it's just basically the type of people who play Blaze Blue and get online want to make sure that their online connection is good, whereas people who play Smash, honestly, like a lot of people who just play Smash just go on there and just I don't care. They have like their parents, everybody's using Netflix, because I played against Gunslinger, dude, it was amazing. His connection's great. I play against Party Man, connection's good. Like anytime that I play against certain people, the connection's good. You know, it's people who have bad connections, who don't use LAN adapters, who have bad experiences online, and that's a lot of people in Smash. Smash just has way more people than a Blaze Blue, you know. So I disagree with that 100%. I mean, the netcode could be better, but there's no way to actually tell about that unless you say this: you get two people, right? Two people. And then you say you play the match. You play the match in Smash Brothers, and then you play the match in Blaze Blue, and then you look like, hey, was there more lag with this one or not? Based on the same connections, and you test that with pretty much everybody, but there's no way to do so. A lot of people talk about netcode, and then they don't even know how netcode is made. They don't even know what the netcode is. The developers don't even talk about netcode, but yet they'll blame things on netcode. Like, netcode isn't anything that's like, it's not like this scientific process that takes forever to do. Netcode is netcode. Like, netcode is not anything that's like hard for, like, oh man, we gotta really spend 10 years on this netcode. It's like, netcode is netcode. They've been doing it for a long time, you know. So it's Bandai Namco, for example, that made the netcode for Smash. Bandai Namco, so they make the netcode for lots of games, you know, like Tekken and like Dragon Ball Fighters and lots of other games. So they know how to make netcode. I mean, like, Smash isn't any different or anything like that. Same netcode. It's just a lot of jabronis playing online with bad internet. Like, I mean, we talked about this before. I mean, Jumpmon, you know, he doesn't have a LAN adapter, but yet he's going online and playing. And you see what happens, you know? Like, you see what happens. It's laggy, you know? So, I mean, that's just how it is. So, yeah. I mean, like, me and Trap Lord play. It's perfectly fine. Everything runs perfect. There's no issue, no problem at all. Me and Gunslinger, no problem at all. So, there's a lot of people that just have bad internet connections that want to go online and play with Smash Brothers compared to Blaze Blue, because people who play Blaze Blue, they're more serious about their fighting games. If you play Blaze Blue, you're serious. And you're going to make sure that your internet connection is good. People that play Smash, I'm playing 4-player Smash. I want to play with the items. I want
want to play with Smash Brothers, and I want 8 players, and I want it to not lag at all. I want no lag. I want no lag. Smash Brothers, items, Elite Smash. People who play Smash just go online and do whatever. They play in the worst conditions. Oh, and all of it will be through Wi-Fi. Oh, and my little baby sister, she's watching Netflix too while I play. Is that okay? Shut up. It's okay. Like, I mean, that's just what people do in Smash Brothers. Whereas Blaze Blue, it's like, okay, I'm playing a one-on-one fighting game. I'm gonna be more serious, you know. So yeah, man, I know. 8 minutes, one stock Smash Brothers only. 8 minutes, one stock Smash Brothers only. Elite Smash. Here I come. Elite Smash. Here I come.
Oh my gosh. Racing Wolf says, what are your thoughts on MK11 DLC data mine? I already talked about that before, but I don't really have too many thoughts on it. I don't really care.
2 stocks, 2 minutes. 2 stocks, 2 minutes. All out battle to the death. Stamina battle. Who's up? Who's next? Oh, don't mind the lag. It's okay. The netcode's just bad.
I found it funny when people were blaming Nintendo Switch Online for the reason Joker eShop crashed when it had nothing to do with it. Yeah, I know, dude. I was playing Elite and was having matches against a guy with 3 stock 7 minutes, was winning. Then all of a sudden it changed to 1 stock 3 minutes. Yeah, because it'll alternate. It'll alternate between his rule set sometimes and your rule set. So your rule set was a good rule set, and then his rule set was something stupid. 1 stock 3.
I love battle to the death. 1 stock, 1 minute. Who wins? Who wins in this battle?
Let's see here. Yo! Aiden! Quinn! Let's go, Aiden! Lucky number 160. Let's go. Thank you so much, Aiden. Brand new Elite Ninja. I guess you're ready to play with the Elite Ninjas in the village. Thank you so much, Aiden Quinn. Welcome to the village, my boy. You are now an Elite Ninja. And of course, enjoy your access to some emotes and also enjoy access to our private Discord to play matches with the Elite Ninja and Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and more. So I appreciate that. We got 160 viewers and we hit 160. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. No, you don't get the. I told you guys at 500 members. At 500 members, we get the D emote. We get the D emote at 500 members. Just so y'all gotta keep rolling. Y'all want those emotes? We gotta get it at 500 members. Let's go. No, 500. So let's go ahead and move this member goal, guys. I am streaming today, so I thought we'd hit 160 today, so that's why I was like, you know what, we're gonna stream. I thought we'd hit it. I thought we would. So let's go ahead and move to 165. Y'all get a bonus stream. So I can't stream super late tonight, guys. So no super late night stream. I can stream during the day because I'm gonna be working on Labo and I'm gonna be working on a Xenoblade video for you guys. Because like somebody told me on Twitter, they're like, yo, OJ, dude, like you haven't talked about Xenoblade in like over a week. Are you okay? Like, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't talked about Xenoblade in over. I think we need to change this. So yeah, man. All right. So there we go. So I need to make 350 accounts. No, don't do that. I can't encourage that. I cannot encourage that. So yeah, I keep forgetting to do this. My bad. Should have been done a while back. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. Brand new Ninja in the Village. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Although I think you were a member before because it says 1 month, so it just renewed from where you were left off at, Aiden. So good stuff. Because yeah, you started off right at the little baby Sharingan with the little 1 dot. So yeah, so it's just picked up right where you left off. So good stuff. All right, so let's see here. 350 buck bumble requests. I'm here for it. Let's do it. All right, guys. So anything else on Mortal Kombat? If not, we can move on to the next topic here because we've got some new information on Saints Row the 3rd. You guys want to move on? I think we should. We're at 1 hour, so this topic might take us about maybe 10, 15 minutes here to kind of get through. Then we can have a good 45-minute Q&A. All right, so let's see here. Here is some new information on Saints Row the Third for the Nintendo Switch. This is called Saints Row the Third, the full package. It's coming out next month, May 10th. So actually, not even in a couple weeks. It's coming out not next week, but the following week. So let's take a look. Actually, you know what? It's actually coming out next week. Technically speaking, yeah, it's out next week because we're Sunday. So let's just say it's already this week, Sunday. So next week, it's coming out next Friday. Next Friday. Next Friday it'll be coming out. So, all right. Let's see here. You can't figure out how to donate through Streamlabs? Dude, it's easy. It's just look at the what's it called? Look at the description. Somebody can put a link to it too in the chat. Can you guys put a link to it? So put a link to it. Who cares if it's already guys, don't pirate games. Who cares if it already leaked online? Wait for the official release. So yeah, somebody put it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just click on that link right there, and you can do that right there, man. You'll be good. You will be good. All right. So let's go on here. Saints Row the Third. There's no cross-platform support on the game, so that's unfortunate. But there's no cross-platform support or transfer for the Switch release, so no save file transfers or anything like that. No news on Saints Row 4 for the Switch either. All the same songs are included on the Switch from the original release. You'll be able to use the Nintendo Switch Online app for chat. Both the Unlockable Pack and Bloodsucker Pack were excluded from both the original full package release as well as the upcoming Switch version due to the fact that these are cheating or cheat DLC and break the game balance. Gameplay is coming very soon prior to release. There's no visual enhancements compared to like basically what we've seen before. It's 1080p, 30 frames per second docked. So basically, it's just a straight port of the game. 720p, 30 frames per second undocked. So pretty stable, just set right there. Native video capture will be supported. There is a planned small 110 megabyte day zero patch on release. But other than that, the full 7 gigabyte game is on the cart. So they use the 8 gigabyte cartridge on there. No amiibo support. There will be co-op either via Nintendo Switch Online or over local wireless. My Steel port and character sharing from the website are not returning. The Nintendo Switch port will have the ability to save a boss locally and load them later, the same way it works for the Saints Row 4 re-elected port. It is uncensored in all regions except Japan, where which needed to be censored in order to be sold there, which the original was censored as well. No plans to remaster older Saints Row games. So there you go. That is it. That is pretty much it, guys. Saints Row the Third. It's coming out next week, and you can be able to play it. It's a GameStop exclusive physical. So if you want the game physical, it's only gonna be at GameStop or I think Game, like in the UK or something like that. So there you go. All right. Markel Hawthorne says it's the closest we'll get to GTA on the Switch, so I'll take it. There you go. Karaoke essence? No karaoke essence. No karaoke essence. Let's see here. Not gonna lie, kind of upset they won't bring the remaster of Saints Row 2. Yeah, I think that their Saints Row 2 is more of a serious game. I don't know if they're ever gonna go back to that, so I think that's the reason why they're not doing Saints Row like the first one or the second one, because those were kind of like trying to really compete with GTA, whereas Saints Row 3 and 4 were kind of like the crazy, like, hey, we're just gonna do anything type of game. So there you go. Yo, what's up, Matthew? How you doing today? So yeah. Any thoughts on Saints Row the Third, guys? In terms of it, who's gonna be getting the game? Tag me at Player Essence or hashtag Player Essence. I'll be more than happy to answer questions for you guys. So yeah. But yes, no karaoke essence. I don't know why people pirate possible ISP knocking on your door like the Nintendo Ninjas. I mean, most people don't get caught, but I mean, just people do it because they don't want to pay for stuff, because they want free stuff, to be honest. Is the Saints Row with the dubstep gun? Is it? I don't know. I've only played Saints Row the original and I think 2. I haven't really played the new ones. Saints Row has become separate from GTA. That's why I think they made the jump after 2. Yeah, well, because they were getting stomped by GTA 2. I mean, it's not like they started selling more after they started separating themselves from GTA. The first 2 Saints Row games didn't. I mean, they sold, but they didn't sell as well as they would have liked. and they just figured like, you know what, we can't compete with GTA, so we might as well just be something different. The special edition for Saints Row 3rd has just stickers, or is there more stuff? I'm sure there's a bit more, but I don't remember what there is. Is the DLC with the special edition? Yeah, it all comes on there. So all the DLC except for the 2 things that I talked about, and like you get some other stuff too. You get like let's see here. Let me see if there's if I can actually show you guys what you get with it. There was like a story the other day. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so let me go in and this is like all the crap that you get with it. You get like the game sleeve case, double-sided alternate inlay, stickers, you get some thumb grips, you get a poster, double-sided poster, microfiber cloth, double-sided lithographs of like the different characters that you can use in the game. Out May 10th, so there you go. That's what you get there, and I think it's $29.99 for this. Yeah, $29.99. $29.99. So yeah, I'm just picking it up because it's cheap and because you get this cool stuff with it. That's the reason why I'm picking it up. It's actually pretty cool, and the box and everything just looks cool. It just looks like a cool game to own. So therefore, I'm getting it. So there you go. Nah, the whole GTA series is overrated. I personally feel that GTA I don't think GTA is as good as everybody gives it credit for, but at the same time, I can see why people really like it. I can see why people love the GTA series, but I think the controls in GTA games are usually bad. I think the gunplay is pretty bad. I think a lot of the things in the game is pretty bad. It's a jack of all trades and master of none. Not even close to being a master. It's not even. It's a Padawan of a lot. You know, it's a jack of all trades and Padawan of a lot, but it's a master. It's a Jedi in nothing, and that's my main problem with GTA games. It's just not good, and it's not the top of the class in anything outside of maybe storytelling. But I mean, I want gameplay. Undead Polo with the dollar donation through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Undead Polo. No message, so thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah. Let's see here. That purple looks cool. I don't even know this game though. Yeah, the purple does look really cool. It does. It just the case and everything just looks really cool. So yeah. Red Dead Redemption 1 should be on the Switch. It's better than Red Dead Redemption 2. Should be. I mean, it'd be nice, but they don't want to put it on the Switch. So they don't want to put it on the Switch now at this point. Maybe we get an announcement later. How is Saints Row different from GTA? Never played either series. Saints Row is a lot more arcadey. Like you can use like wingsuits and fly. Like it's really like stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like there's you can wear like mascot heads, and you can just do do all sorts of weirdo type of stuff in the game. So it's just a lot more arcadish and cartoony, and the story's more over the top than GTA. GTA is pretty over the top at times, but GTA is more realistic, and Saints Row is way more arcadey than GTA. And doesn't take itself anywhere near as seriously, you know. GTA on drugs. I mean, it's just guys. It's just like I said. It doesn't take itself seriously. GTA takes itself a lot more seriously. Saints Row doesn't. So yeah. Any other questions when it comes to Saints Row, guys? Yo, what's up, Trey Atkins? How you doing today, my boy? Good to see you here. It's the only game I've seen that lets you run around in the streets butt naked. LMAO. Yeah, there's probably other games, but yeah, it's one of the more popular ones that lets you do it. That's why Saints Row is pretty good. It doesn't take itself seriously, and the controls are a lot better. The gameplay, the gunplay, and the controls are much better in Saints Row than in GTA, in my opinion, at least. Like the way that the reticule looks, and the sounds of the guns and everything is just much better in Saints Row to me. I mean, I even like the original Saints Rows, like Saints Row 1 and Saints Row. I even like those more than, even when they were trying to be more of a GTA clone. I like those more than GTA. Even though I know that it's not better than GTA, I even like True Crime better than GTA, because the gunplay and stuff is a lot better. Like I said, my problem with GTA is just, like I said, it's a Padawan of a lot and master of, it's Jedi of nothing. So that's the biggest problem that I have with GTA. But yeah, that's just me. I realize my opinion is in the very, very, very small minority. So there you go. TY says, do you think Saints Row needs a reboot? After 3, it basically gone downhill. Well, I mean, there's only one more after 3, so I mean, like, I don't know if it needs a complete reboot or they just need to make a better game, right? Because I mean, you said after 3, so you liked 3, but 4 wasn't as good. So I mean, if that's just one game that wasn't so good, then I don't know if it needs a reboot. They just need to make a better game, right? You said True Crime was good. Yeah, True Crime was good. It was good. The second one wasn't very good, but the first one was good. The first True Crime was good enough at least. I actually played that in HD on my Xbox One. That was a 720p HD game on the original Xbox. Did you guys know that? I want to buy GTA 5 on the Switch. Maybe if they did market research and feel like they are full market saturation, and that no one will rebuy it. I think a lot of people would buy GTA 5 on the Switch. Like portable GTA would be a big thing. That's why Saints Row is going to do well on the Switch. Here's the reason why Saints Row is going to do really, really well on the Switch. And they were really good to get this out as soon as they did, because people want to be able to just shoot and destroy and do a bunch of different stuff in an open world on the Switch, right? It's the same reason why Skyrim did really well. It's the same reason why Diablo did really well. People want these, even if they're last gen games, people want these huge worlds and these experiences that they have anywhere that they want. I guarantee you many people who play this game are just going to freaking play it portably. They're just going to play it portably and be able to just shoot and destroy things, you know, anywhere that they want. That's what they want with this type of game. This is definitely one of those crazy games that it doesn't take itself seriously. You don't have to be really invested into it. You can just turn it on and have some mindless fun. This is going to do really well, plain and simple. Saints Row is going to do very well on the Switch. It's going to sell well. Same thing with Dragon's Dogma. These games that come out, these last gen ports, that add everything to it and just make it a solid experience. They're not looking to break the bank or anything. They're fair with the pricing. You know, they price it accordingly. $30. All of these games are going to do well that come out, because it's something that you can't do. No matter what you want to sit here and say about graphics or whatever the case is, or features, Nintendo Switch Online, whatever it is, no matter what, you can't take Saints Row to your friend's house and you two chilling or on the bus or whatever the case is and play matches with each other, you know, on a PS4 or Xbox One. You can't do that. You can't take it anywhere that you want. And that's the reason why this game is going to do very, very well. It's going to do well. And at that price, $29.99, with all this extra stuff, the only problem is that it's a GameStop exclusive. But then again, that's going to get you to go into GameStop, right? So at least it's not a GameStop exclusive and it's $60. So GameStop is doing what they need to do to be competitive. I can respect, you know, I don't like GameStop, but I can respect what they're trying to do with the new return policy with $60 games. I can respect them getting exclusives like this because they're trying to get people to come into the store. I mean, plain and simple. That's fine. I understand the business perspective, you know? Shout outs to Mr. Duns or Dons with the subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Lead Ninja Village of Player Essence. Welcome everybody, Mr. Dons, to the village. And I think that's 3 out of 5. Although I know that YouTube does not sometimes make everybody show up, but we do got 3 subscriptions. Good stuff. 2 more.
I'm really feeling it.
All right. Shout outs to Murdoch Loco with the Twitch Prime. Subscribed for 3 months now, Murdoch Loco. Has it been that long since you've been in the village here? Shout outs, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that repriming. I really do. Thank you. I'm really feeling it with that Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. Yo, imagine if San Andreas came to Switch. I'd actually rather have this. No, I'm joking. That'd be great. The more the merrier, like Murdoch Loco says here in the chat. The more the merrier. If we can get GTA, San Andreas, or they should bring over all the GTAs. They should just bring over all of them. Bring over Chinatown Wars. Bring over, although that's going to take a lot of work. So I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to do that. But I mean, I'd be down for all of them. You know, I'd be down for all of them. We're talking about Saints Row the Third, man. All right, doing some laundry. All right, take it easy, Andre. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I appreciate that. You picked the Battle Chasers Night War for $10. Good stuff, man. Let's see. Hello, Butchered, but thanks for the welcome. What is it? Is it Mr. Dons? D-O-N. Dons. Mr. Dones? Which one is it then? How do you say it? It's just D-O-N-E-S. So how would you pronounce that? So Dons, then E-S, like Jones, but Dons, it's not that. So then what is it? Sorry if I butchered it though. Thank you for the subscription, homie.
I'm really feeling it.
Yo, Looney Digit with the Twitch Prime. I'm really feeling it with that Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. The soul of Pyra burns within you, my man. Thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate the support of the Fire Nation over there on Twitch. It's Don's, like Joe. That's what I said. Don's. If I butchered it that bad, did I? So hyped for it's Donez? It's Donez with the Z? How? It's spelled O-N-E-S. Where the hell did the Z come from? What? Oh my gosh. No, never mind, bro. Okay. Either way, shout outs. Welcome, Mr. I think it's Mr. Dons. Mr. Dons, welcome, dude. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you being here, dude. No matter me butchering your name or not, welcome. You know I mean nothing but love. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. All right. So let's go ahead. He says I'm dying. All right. So let's go on to the next topic here, guys. We have random Q&A. This is the time. Comments, questions, suggestions, what's going on the channel, stuff that you guys would like, whatever the case is. Questions on video games, questions on content, whatever you guys want to ask me when it comes to video game related, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. A couple ways that you can get my attention, because we do have well more than 140 people in here. Tag me at Player Essence, hashtag Player Essence, or just Player Essence. Make sure you spell it right. Capital E, capital P, capital E, all one word, spell it right, and I will see it. Now, if you don't tag me like that, then I might not see your comment. Sometimes people get a little salty when I don't read off their comments. So feel free to tag me, and I'll be more than happy to. No, we're not Gunslinger. We're not calling him that. We're not calling him that, and I already knew somebody would say that. Mr. BDS says, when is your Labo video coming out? It'll probably be out sometime this week. I'm gonna open it up tonight. I'm going to work on my Xenoblade video, and then I'm going to open up Labo and make it, and then I'll probably have that Labo video out sometime this week. All right, Brian Jedi with the $5 donation. Thank you so much, Brian Jedi. I think that's your first time using Streamlabs, so I appreciate that shimmy. And he says, test. The link in your description sent me to the download app. The one in the chat seems to be right. Can you play Truth, Beauty, and Hatred from Hollow Knight? Okay. So there's the download link, that's a little bit different thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I separate it. But yeah, I'll make sure that I fix everything. Thank you for the donation. The one though in the description shouldn't send you to download the app. That should just be the regular donation link. But I will check it again. All right, so let's see here. The Truth, Beauty, and Hatred from Hollow Knight. Absolutely. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that, Brian Jedi, and thank you for your support on the channel, also for following me on Twitter and interacting. You've been here for a while now, man, so I appreciate the support, dude. I really do. All right, so Truth, Beauty, and Hatred. All right, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's some good stuff. All right, guys, let me know how it sounds, okay? Let me know how it sounds. Would you buy Devil May Cry on the Switch? Yeah, I would buy Devil May Cry on the Switch. Would you buy Devil May Cry on the Switch? I heard Labo VR Zelda is pretty bad. Yeah, it chugs and it's pretty kind of garbage, but I'll test it out myself. Player says, what is the best LAN adapter for the Switch that is easy to find? Just go on Amazon and just type in Nintendo Switch LAN adapters, and there should be some good options for you. Thank you, Spar KT. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my Akatsuki Black Cloak shirt. On Saints Row, I suggest the THQ games on Amazon if you're getting standard edition, and wait a few weeks for a price drop. The THQ Nordic games dropped to $10 off. All right, there you go. What's up? Get Good. How you doing today? Sam Yargo says, accepting the worst case scenario that game development would be affected, meaning less games, etc. Would you want game developers to unionize and fight for better treatment? Personally, yeah, I'd like game developers to unionize and fight for better treatment. Yeah. Link, the legend or the hero of Hyrule. Probably due to one, Rockstar and Nintendo were never that close. Plus GTA 5 is more or less online now, and Nintendo don't do online, so Rockstar won't make their money with microtransactions. Well, that's false. There are actually lots of games that have microtransactions baked in with always online. Mortal Kombat, for example, is an always online microtransaction experience for a lot of the game, right? You have to be online to do that. There's other games, for example, like Phantasy Star, that are always online. There's cloud versions of games with microtransactions baked into them. There's stuff like Dragon Quest, that's always online game. There's lots of games that are always online and have microtransactions baked in. I think FIFA has microtransactions baked in with their Ultimate Team. So no, I don't necessarily think that's the issue at all. That's not the issue at all. Fortnite, yeah, Fortnite is always online with a bunch of microtransactions baked in. Paladins is always online with microtransactions baked in. There's countless number of games with always online or baked in microtransactions. So no, I disagree. So yeah. All right. Is it Fernando? Says, do you think Killer Instinct will come to the Switch? No, because that's more or less a Microsoft first party type of thing, and I think they're just gonna keep that on Xbox. Murdoch Welcome says, I know I'm setting myself up for some laughing comments from the Elite Ninjas, but have you ever made a video on Smash for Dummies, meaning what each button does in the game? I'm tired of button mashing. LOL. There's a tutorial at the beginning of the game that shows you that, but I have not. So you know what? I think I'm going to make a video saying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Dummies, and I will make that video, and it will just be a rough video for you guys because a lot of people have been asking for that. A lot of people have been asking for that. So yeah, I will make that video for you. I will make it. What was my first fighting game? My first fighting game was Karate on the NES. Karate on the NES, where it was two dudes. I think it was like a dude in a white gi and a dude in a red gi. I don't remember exactly, but it was two dudes and like you would just fight like all blocky karate. Like you do these blocky two kicks, and me and my brother would play all the time. But that was my first fighting game that I ever played, was Karate on the NES, and it sucked. But we played it. Because me and my brother were really into martial arts as kids. I did Kung Fu when I was a kid, and I ended up doing kickboxing long term for years and years. But my brother was Kung Fu, and my brother does other martial arts now today. I think he does. What does my brother do today? He does, I forgot what, Taekwondo. So he's like high up in Taekwondo. So we've always been into martial arts. We've always been into like MMA. Me and my brother. And yeah, so we've been playing fighting games for a long time, and Karate was the first one. I always wanted, like, Mom, can you take me to Karate? I want to learn Karate. So my brother was like, no, Kung Fu's better. So then my mom, when we were young, they put us in Kung Fu, and like, I loved it so much. Oh my God, it was so great. So I always use, when I was younger, shout outs, I'll get that donation in just a bit. But when I was younger, I always used Kung Lao, because he actually does, like, you know, Kung Fu, like when he does his little, like if you watch Kung Lao, like he does like the little, that's like his like when he wins, he does, that's Kung Fu when he does that. That's what he does. And I always loved that because I was doing Kung Fu and Kung Lao was there. So I always tried to be like that. But yeah. That was my first fighting game. And then I played Mortal Kombat, and then I was playing I played Street Fighter, and then I played Mortal Kombat, and then I played stuff like Clay Fighter. We played like Primal Rage. We played all sorts of fighting games. Fighting games used to be like the be all end all back in the day. So yeah, I have a long history with fighting games. We played so many different fighting games, man. Like there was more. I just can't remember all of them, but yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot, dude. Dustin G with the $5 donation through Super Chat says, "Hi OJ, I was wondering if you would know what size frames you have for your Club Nintendo posters. I don't know the size of frames, but hit me up on Twitter and I can check, and I can let you know what size the frames are. So hit me up on Twitter." He says, "Yes, please. I'm hot garbage at Super Smash Brothers." Okay. I've been saying that I'm going to make that video for a while, but guys, it will be rough. It's not going to be super high quality. It's going to be practice mode. Me just talking about various different bullet points, and that's that, okay? So don't expect anything super high level, because I already got a lot on my plate this week. There's gonna be some stuff coming up this week that you guys will see on the channel. So yeah, I got a lot on my plate this week, so it will be a rough video. So yeah. No, don't watch Zero's guide. Wait for my guide. No, I'll do one. I think a lot of people just don't. I mean, I watched Zero's guide. It's good. But I think that there's some assumptions on people. There's certain assumptions that he makes in the video that people think that it's already like, if you're high level, like he needs to explain it in a little bit better way. But no, the guide was good. But I will make one. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. I remember my brother had Karate on a bootleg cartridge on GBA. Yo. Watch Saints Row be the best eShop game chart. I don't think it will be, because it's too expensive compared to like Cuphead, but I think it's definitely going to be up there. I can probably think of 5,000 more. Okay, never mind. You're talking to somebody else. Actually, the 2-player game B modes of Double Dragon and Trojan, and yeah, there was like a fighting game mode on there, wasn't there? I recently, Aiden Quinn says, I recently stopped being a blue collar worker and I'm now a white collar worker doing IT. I'm hyped to play Saints Row at work now. Yo, okay, so yeah, I thought you said that you were doing like the whole farming thing. So you went into IT now, Aiden? Okay, nice. I mean, IT is kind of limited here in the central, but I mean, good. I'm glad that you're into IT. You're out of the fields and you're you're into doing something that you like a little bit more. So now you can actually not die in the sun this summer. So good stuff, man. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on getting into the the field that you want to get into. Keep working, man. There's a lot of money in the IT field. A lot of money in the IT field. Keep on going and trying to get your certifications and all that. I used to do IT recruiting and all that, so I know a little bit about the IT field. And keep on getting your certifications. Keep on trying to push yourself and get more and more. Get to the next level. Get to the next level. Keep on trying. Keep on going because there's a lot of money to be made in the IT field. A lot of money. Shadow King 1982 says, why do you think when companies cheap out on cartridges, they don't instead of doing a limited run of the full game on the cartridge, and once they sell out of it, no restock? Because that's not a functional way to think about it. It's like, hey, we're gonna spend all this money on these cartridges and all this, and then when it's done, it's done. That's not a functional way of doing it. It's better to just do it the way that they're doing. If you're going to cheap out, or if you're going to do something that's going to screw the consumer in some way, better have stocks of it and just cheap out and make it download partial than do what you're saying. Now, and personally for me, would that be good? Maybe, because what if you don't get one then? Like, what if it's a big game and you don't is that a solid business strategy for a game like Mortal Kombat that's going to sell a lot? I don't think so. So that's the reason why Shadow King, because it's not a functional business strategy for really any company to do. That's why you don't see it. If it was, then they would, but it's not. Especially for a big game like Mortal Kombat. Skipping Tracks with the dollar donation through Super Chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. No message, just $1, so thank you. Let's see. Justin M says Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch feels like a lazy port to me. I just think they could have done so much better. It's definitely not a lazy port. I don't see why you feel like you think it's a lazy port. It's the geometry. I mean, I don't know if you've watched the Digital Foundry on it, but the geometry is pretty much the same. They got it to 60 frames per second, so it runs faster than a lot of these bigger, higher end ports on the Nintendo Switch. For example, Doom doesn't run at 60 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch. Any of these current generation ports, that is. I mean, if you look at something like SNK Heroines, which is a fighting game that has way lower graphics than Mortal Kombat, and Mortal Kombat runs at 60, and SNK Heroines runs at 30, and that game looks nowhere near as good as Mortal Kombat on the Switch. So for you to say that you feel that it's a lazy port, it's just false. The guys busted their butt on that port, man. I don't think it's lazy at all. I think you're expecting a little bit too much, man. I think you're expecting a little bit too much, considering where the Switch is and kind of where compared to like what they're porting it from. There's no way that's a lazy port when you got games like SNK Heroines running at 30. When you got games running at 30 that looks nowhere near as good, and Mortal Kombat's running at 60, and somehow that's a lazy port. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have no idea how it's a lazy port when it's 60 frames per second. The geometry's intact. The graphics it's the best looking fighting game in terms of a realistic graphic art point fighting game on this. Well, there's not many, but I mean, I don't think there's going to be many fighting games, if it's a current gen fighting game, that looks better than Mortal Kombat on the Switch. I don't think there's going to be a lot. So I don't know what you were expecting, but man, I think they really did. They tried as hard as they could in the time period that they have, and they're going to continue to make improvements too. So, but no, I don't see that as a lazy port at all. I see it as a pretty competent port. Could there be some stuff that they make better? Absolutely, and they're addressing that. They're making updates and they're doing that. But is it lazy? No, it's definitely not lazy. I mean, now if there's frame drops all over the place, if there's a bunch of skipping, if the game doesn't work, then yeah, then I get that. Or if the game is not 60 frames, if they went with 30 instead of 60, then yeah, that's late. That's a bit lazy. But like even you look at something like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, that game's gonna be 30 frames per second on the Switch. It's like, wait a minute, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? 30 frames per second on the Switch? Like, what? That to me seems a little bit more like a lazy port, or they just don't have the money to get it done because it's a small studio, So yeah, man. But that's just my opinion. I mean, if your opinion that it's lazy, then hey, what can they do? Brian Jedi says people forget the power of volume when cutting costs on cartridges. $5 extra times 500,000 is a lot of money. Exactly, it is. Get Good says, so you like Naruto? I do. Do you have the Storm trilogy on the Switch? I do. I wish they had Storm 4 on there. I don't care at this point if Storm 4 comes or not. Storm 4 isn't very good either. None of the games are actually good. I mean, they're good, but at the same time, they're not very good. So, yeah. Bloodstain will be good on the Switch. I mean, it'll be fine, but it should be 60. Like, I don't know why Bloodstain isn't 60 on the Switch. There's no reason for that type of game to not be 60 on the Switch, you know? Well, most ports aren't built ground up. It's a port. Switch wasn't pushed to the limits for MK11, please. Please wasn't lazy at the same time. Pushed, I mean, but what does pushed to the limits mean? I mean, I don't know what some people are expecting when it comes to some of these. I think some of you guys have your expectations like way too high. I think the developers busted their butt to get the game to the quality it was, and they're going to continue to make it. Like, I don't know. I mean, some people, they see the PS4 and Xbox One and they want the Switch version to look exactly like that one. And if it doesn't look like that one, then it's lazy, it's crap, it's trash. Like, what, you guys don't understand that the PS4 and Xbox One are a lot more powerful than the Switch. Like, they're a lot more powerful. The architecture is intact to where you can port over stuff, you know, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get the same quality in terms of graphics. You're just not. I don't know what some of you guys are expecting. I really don't. So yeah. Either way, yo, what's up, Raphael? Appreciate that. Let's see here. There have been plenty of patches that have made a game 60 frames per second on Switch after the game came out. It seems they want to get the game out, then fix it later. Well, the thing about it is, like, there's been a few games that I know that get the game out, but, like, you know, 60 frames per second patches later. There hasn't been a ton, but there has been a few. Magnus says, have you beat Cuphead? No, I haven't. Don't ask me if I've beat certain games yet, guys. Don't trust me. If I beat the game, then I'll let you guys know what games I beat. Don't ask me about games that I beat, because most of the time I'm just gonna be like, nope, haven't beat it yet, haven't had time. Yo, what's up, Christian? Yeah, you said you're an IT student. Yeah, I see some of your work online. Will you review Doom Eternal? I'll probably play Doom Eternal. Yeah, I'll play it. Jarmo says, did you know that official Naruto ramen restaurant has been opened in Shanghai? Yeah, I heard about it, but I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna go there. Maybe if I'm going there at some point, then yeah, I'll care more. But yeah, it's cool. But yeah, cool. Brian Jedi says they probably also had less time to get the port up and running. We don't know how long they worked on the Mortal Kombat 11 port. Well, every single developer doesn't have time. You never have enough time to make a game. Every game that comes out, there's issues and you want to have more time, to be honest. Otherwise, you'd never finish the game, because there's always something that you can do. There's no perfect game, whether it's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, whether it's Final Fantasy 15. Look at Final Fantasy 15. That game had issues at launch. The game was in development for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And even like the core development of what they did new with the Luminous engine on PS4, that was in development for like 5 or 6 years or whatever. So it doesn't matter how much time you have. There's always gonna be something that you want to fix, you know? So even old school games, back in the day, people talk about, oh, well, there's no patches for old school games. Yeah, there was no patches, but there were still issues with old school games. If they could patch it, they would have back then, but they can't. But there were still game-breaking bugs. There were still glitches. There were still problems with old school games too. Link the Hero Rival says, yeah, it was pushed to the limit because they actually had to use the OC mode, and developers can use digital file to explain in their video. Okay, well, there you go. Shadow King says people need to stop fixating on graphics alone. There have been a game were beautiful graphically but trash overall. Well, it's not that. It's I think people are expecting too much, like to the point to where, like, even when you get a good port that's at 60 frames per second, the gameplay's intact. It literally has all the features from the PS4 and Xbox One version. Now, yeah, some stuff doesn't run as good, like the crypt mode and stuff like that, but they're patching it and they're fixing it. And then you say, oh, well, it's a lazy port, and it's just like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it a lazy when it's 60 frames, they have all the features, the online runs good, everything's intact with the game, but yet it's still lazy? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not about the graphics, and it's about not understanding the system that it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like, not understanding that the Switch is not as powerful as PS4 and Xbox One, and really the only reason why it's a lazy port is because the graphics don't look as good. It's not because the gameplay isn't there. You know, so I see what you're saying. Like, nobody's calling it lazy because the gameplay isn't there, because the gameplay is good in Mortal Kombat. Nobody's saying it's like if you play Mortal Kombat on the PS4 and Xbox One, you're used to 60 frames. You're gonna get that same experience on the Switch, you know. So it's not like it's because the gameplay is bad in there. It's only because of graphics. That's the only reason why. It's not because of content, because all the content from the PS4 and Xbox One version are in the Switch version. So it's only because, oh, it's not as high resolution. That's the only reason why anybody would say, or people are saying this is a lazy port. You know, that's the only reason why. It's because it doesn't look as good as PS4 and Xbox One. But you can't expect that, you know. I don't know why anybody would expect that. It's not Switch is not as powerful as PS4 and Xbox One. It's just not. So there you go. It's simple. Mr. Pete says they still finding glitches in Super Mario Bros. Today. Yeah. You still got to find certain stuff. It's just like I said, developers, they make a game and they hope to pray and everything goes right and everything is like good with the game. But at the end of the day, like you always want more time. You always want more time. You know? Do I think the Switch Mini being released this year will help Switch unit sales getting to 18 million for the next year? Yeah, it would get there even without the Switch Mini, but yeah, with the Switch Mini, it's definitely going to get there. Any other questions, guys, or thoughts or comments? If not, we can move on. I think there's been some other things that have dropped today. Be more than happy to get that information to you guys. I'll double check. Are you taking song requests at this moment? Absolutely taking song requests, but you have to use Streamlabs. Matthew. Nah, I'm taking song requests, my man. Let's see here. What's the point of a mini Switch version? To make it cheaper. The Switch version came into development later than the PS4 version because Ed Boon say how people wanted Injustice on Switch but chose MK11. So I don't know why people were expecting great graphics. The graphics are good though. The graphics aren't bad on Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. They're actually not bad. They're just not bad. They're just compared to the PS4 and Xbox One. You know, like Mortal Kombat 9, for example. The graphics of Mortal Kombat 9 aren't bad. They're just not as good as Mortal Kombat 10 or Mortal Kombat 11. But if you go back to Mortal Kombat 9, the graphics aren't bad. Like I said, they're just only comparing it to the PS4 and Xbox One, and even then, they're just saying, "Oh, well, since it's not as good as this, that means it's bad." It's like black or white. It's not. There's no in between. There's no like, "Hey, like it's actually pretty good. It's on a less powerful system." Mortal Kombat 9 still to this day looks great. You can pop in Mortal Kombat 9 and say, "Hey, these graphics are pretty good." It's not like when you pop in Mortal Kombat 9, all of a sudden, "Oh, these graphics suck. They're trash. They're bad." But with Switch, because it's not as good as PS4, "Oh, these graphics suck." Yet Mortal Kombat 11 graphics on the Switch are better than Mortal Kombat 9 graphics on the PS3 and 360. But nobody's gonna sit there and play Mortal Kombat 9 and say these graphics suck. But when you play but when it's Switch, because PS4 and Xbox One have that game, all of a sudden, "Oh, these graphics suck," but they don't. You know, so yeah. Link the Hero of Hyrule says the Switch version. Okay, I already read that. Jesus Pickney says, considering what is Mortal Kombat 11 is Hold up. Considering what it is, Mortal Kombat 11 is excellent on the Switch and would have been nice to have a quality and performance option. But what do you need a quality and performance option for? It's a fighting game. A quality and performance option, that means you have 30 frames per second. Why would you do that? The PS4 and Xbox One they don't want you playing a fighting game at 30 frames per second. That's going to build bad habits. That's going to cause a lot of issues. So I disagree completely. Now, if it's an action game or if it's something else, single player, but a multiplayer fighting game, you definitely don't want that running at 30 frames per second. So I disagree highly with saying there should have been a quality and performance. Why? Why cut the frames to 30 for the sake of graphics in a fighting game that's going to throw off the timing of your combos, that's going to mess things up? Either the game is in 30 frames per second and you play that way, or the game is in 60 frames per second and you play that game. There is no option with fighting games. Either you make it 30 or you make it 60, and that's that. So yeah, I disagree. It's very important for 60 frames per second in a fighting game. So I highly disagree with this whole performance and quality thing. Like when it comes to a fighting game. Now when it comes to like Darksiders or when it comes to something like that, then yeah, absolutely. But not fighting games. Not fighting games. Yeah, we're in random Q&A. Let's see. These kids they don't know how slow some games ran back in the day. GoldenEye had a lot of slowdown. It did. That doesn't mean that games should still perform that way and people shouldn't expect more. I just think that I just have an issue with saying, "Oh, well, it's bad because it's not as good as PS4 and Xbox One," when clearly the Switch is not as powerful as PS4 and Xbox One. That doesn't make it bad, though. You know what I'm saying? That does not make it bad. Dock mode is comparable to low PC at 720p. Well, there you go. Good for low PCs at 720p. What's funny is that Mortal Kombat 11 Switch plays leagues better than the PC version. That's a lazy port. Does it? I haven't heard about the PC version. It plays leagues better than the PC version. Are you sure? Website says that's like crying that the 3DS doesn't have as good as graphics as the Xbox 360 and PS3. It's very simple. Yeah, I see what you're trying to say. Let's see. I'm also talking about the glitches. Okay. So I can understand that, but it's still not a lazy port because I mean like the PS4 and Xbox One has some glitches too and has some stuff as well. So I don't think because there's some glitches that's a lazy port. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has some glitches. Actually has a lot of glitches. When it first launched, there were some glitches. There were some issues with the game. Oh, so that means that's a lazy port of the game then. It was a lazy because it's a Wii U game. So it's a lazy port then, right? Because there was actually a number of glitches. Actually, there was times in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild where the frame rate would literally just freeze frame. Stop. For like 1 frame a second. Seriously, like in some like when there's lightning striking or whatever it was. So is that a lazy port? I mean, is that across the board, or is that just because this is Mortal Kombat and not a first party game? You know, because Legend of Zelda actually had a number of glitches, had slowdown, had frame rate issues. There was all sorts of stuff. So does that mean it's a lazy port as well? Let's see here. Dave Gaming says the issues with Mortal Kombat 11, in my opinion, are the huge download with the update and lack of proper D-pad in handheld mode. The positive is the frame rate, and that's the amazing with the graphics. Well, yeah, that's not really a problem with Mortal Kombat with the whole D-pad thing because you can put a regular D-pad or you can put a D-pad on your Switch if you want a D-pad. There's the extra D-pad thingy that you can Joy-Con D-pad that you can have on the Switch, or you can literally just have somebody install a D-pad on there. So that's not really a problem. If you're having an issue with the D-pad, then go get a D-pad. Because there are people with D-pads on their Switch. If you really want a D-pad, then go get a D-pad. You know, so I don't think it's a problem at all. In terms of the big install, like the download size, once again, that's situational problem for some people. Obviously, some people want to have. I mean, if you downloaded the game digitally, then it's an install just like it is on PS4 and Xbox One. Is it a problem on PS4 and Xbox One with the install? Because it does that at the same time? For some people, yeah. For some people, no. So I agree more with that one, but with the whole D-pad thing, just go get if you want a D-pad, go get a D-pad. I mean, there's a D-pad that you can go buy. So yeah. Shadow King 1982 says people comparing Switch to PS4 and Xbox One is the same as comparing those systems to a top of the line gaming PC. I guess. Mr. Pete says, when I was playing Breath of the Wild on my Wii U, gameplay would freeze for like 10 seconds, though my Wii U froze the first couple times it happened. Yeah, there's glitches and there was issues there, but that doesn't mean it's a lazy game. That doesn't mean it's like a lazy port or it's a lazy game or anything like that. It just means that they had some glitches in the game. It doesn't mean it's lazy. Is the gameplay still fun? Is the game still good when you play it? Yeah. Same Mortal Kombat, still good, absolutely. So it's a good game. There's some issues that they need to fix, you know? Let's see, the D-pad model on my left Joy-Con makes the game so much better on the handheld. Exactly, there you go. If you're looking to play the game handheld and not use, like, I probably would never play the game handheld like this. If I'm playing the game in portable mode, I'm probably just gonna put it and, like, stand it up on something and play it, like, tabletop. But, like, if you want to play it in handheld, I mean, if the D-pad's a problem, like, that's something that you should have got it fixed a long time ago. Or you can buy, like, the Nyko, what is it? I think it's like a Nyko D-pad thing. You can just get one of those, and they're not super expensive. You can just get one of those, and that fixes it. Or you can just get somebody to make a D-pad for you, which there's people do that all the time. You'd have to send it in, though. But there you go. Have they tested other games out with the update? Just Super Mario Odyssey, from what I've seen. Odyssey and Zelda, both of those games load faster. Are microtransactions intrusive in Mortal Kombat 11? Depends on what you consider intrusive, but I mean, from what I've played, if you're just there to play the game, no. But I mean, you have to grind a lot. It's not intrusive, but you have to grind a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that can be intrusive for some people. Players, since the freeze frame Breath of the Wild used to freeze for like 2 to 3 seconds at random when fighting moblins for some reason. Yeah, just freeze out of nowhere. Let's see here. I was using my Power A wireless game controller for MK11 on the Switch, and it feels great. There you go. Mortal Kombat 11 on PC is broken. Yes, is it? Okay, are they gonna fix it? It's broken. Why is it broken? Who did the PC version of the game? Yeah, that's true. D-pad can be fixed. Yeah, well, you can just not fix. You can just put a new D-pad. I mean, because the Joy-Cons are built. A lot of people don't understand. They're not built necessarily just to play. The Joy-Cons are built for you to play it like to be able to move it around like this and play it as in like individual buttons as a single controller. That's why they're like that. They're not just built for single play. Now, when we get the Switch Mini, later, that will probably have I think it'll probably have like a regular D-pad from like this. So it'll probably be like that. All right, take it easy, get good. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Brian J says WWE 2K18 was a lazy port. I don't think RGT has covered that one yet. Yeah, now that is a lazy port. To me, that is the definition of a lazy port. Doesn't run well, has issues graphically, has frame rate problems, just has all sorts of stuff that's wrong with. That is a lazy port. Not only does it have reduced graphics, not only does it have geometry and stuff removed, or number of characters on the screen removed, or types of things that you can do. They remove things, they greatly lower the graphics, and the game doesn't run well. That is a lazy port. You know, that is the definition of a lazy port, because it doesn't run well. You know, Mortal Kombat actually runs. It actually runs in 60 frames. I think people would love for WWE 2K18 to run in 60 frames and be as functional at least as Mortal Kombat. They love that. You know, that is a lazy port. Matthew Campos donated $2 through Super Chat and says, can you play Fire Emblem Powerful Foe? Absolutely. Thank you for the donation, Matthew. I appreciate that. Thank you for the continued support on the channel, dude. You've been supporting a lot, so thank you, man. I appreciate that. Powerful Foe. This is a good track. Let me know how it sounds, guys. Link the Hero says, they said that it was too hard to develop and said that they aren't going to put any more WWE games on the Switch. You're paraphrasing what they said, and they didn't really say it like that. So no, they didn't say that. they didn't say that at all. You just kind of made that up, or just kind of took their statement and turned it into whatever you wanted. Turn it into whatever your interpretation was. But they definitely did not say what you just said. Guys, don't believe what he just said right there. They did not say that. They didn't say, this is too hard, we can't do it, and we're not going to bring any more games to the Switch, that's it. They did not say that. Sorry. Gunslinger says, I think 2K didn't care about the Switch version of WWE, so they just did a lazy job. I just think that they incorporated it too late into the game plan, and it ended up just not turning out the way that they wanted it to. It's not about not caring. It's just like they said, hey, can we get it done? They're like, yeah, we can get it done. And then things weren't working out very well. So then therefore they put out the product because they already had a deal to put out the product and they didn't want to cancel it. So I think that's really more than what happened than anything else. I don't know about not caring. I think they care. They just couldn't get the job done right. They just couldn't get the job done right. I think that's the biggest problem. They couldn't get, because 2K did it. Blind Squirrel did it. So I think it's almost like a situation where 2K gives them the money. Like, hey, can you guys get this done? Yeah, we can get it done. You're doing it. You're working through. They're checking on it. Is it going to work? Oh no, we're gonna get it work. We're gonna get it to work. We're gonna get it to work. Is it functional? No, it's not. But we're gonna get it to work. We're gonna get it to work. And then like the project keeps on going, and like you're near the point where, can you guys get it to work? No, we're not. Can't get it to work. Okay, but we can fix it later. Okay, let's just get the game out. All right, got the game out. Oh well, does it still work? Nope, still not very good. So I don't think 2K just didn't care. I think 2K cared. 2K's the publisher. They just gave them the money. They found a developer that they felt they can do it. They hired them. They gave them money. They continued to give them money, and Blind Squirrel didn't get the job done. Plain and simple. I don't think it's 2K didn't care. Blind Squirrel didn't get the job done. If you give that same game to Panic Button, do they get the job done? Probably. Would 2K all of a sudden care now? No. It's not that they didn't care before compared to that. It's just Blind Squirrel didn't get the job done at the end of the day. So yeah. I don't know if you're into phones, but what are your thoughts on the new phone, iPhone coming out called the Omega? I'm not into phones, and I don't even know about this iPhone Omega. I think I saw RGT85, a gaming phone, has a built-in cooling fan and can record 8K video. I don't know. I think RGT just makes something like that. So, I don't know. I don't care, really. Do not really care. let's see. Dank Meme says in 1v1, WWE 2K18 was bad. Honestly, 2K should have given it to a competent Switch porter like Panic Button or E-Hat company handles 2K baseball on the Switch. Well, I mean, Panic Button can't do everything, guys. Panic Button can't do every single port. That's what everybody says. If something doesn't turn out the way they want to, we'll give it to Panic Button. Panic Button can't make every single game in the world. You guys know that, right? Everyone says, well, give it to Panic Button. So what if everybody just gave everything to Panic Button? So then when does Panic Button not, like, how does that even work? Panic Button, they can't work on 15,000 games. So you can't give everything to Panic Button. Panic Button was probably busy. Blind Squirrel, they tried to get the job done. They didn't get the job done. But just because they didn't get the job done doesn't mean Panic Button should have everything. Like, Blind Squirrel needed to do a better job. They needed to do a better job. They should WWE to the people who did MK11. Blind Squirrel should have just done a better job. I don't know if they should have done it. I mean, Shiver, that was Shiver's first game. So Blind Squirrel just didn't get the job done, guys. It's not about giving it to this person. They didn't get the job done, man. Pretty much what happens. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and they lost this one. They didn't get the job done. Move on. There's no second guessing at this point, guys. It's just they didn't get the job done. It's over with. The game's done. Oh well, you know. It's like not. Oh, they shoulda, woulda, coulda. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. For one reason or another, it didn't happen. So move on. You know. They might not be able to take everything, but they sure are miracle workers. They are, but they can't. I mean, that's what everybody says. They should have gave it to Panic Button. Panic Button was probably busy. Panic Button even said, they said this multiple times, guys, we can't take every single project. They literally said that. Like, we have to turn down games. So yeah, developers go to them, but they can't do everything, you know? So yeah. Let's see here. Link says, yeah, they did say, I thought that, but that's what it felt like, because they have no WWE this year, or last year, or this. Yes. Okay, yeah, but there's no need to come inside here and make the problem with what you're doing. This is how misinformation spreads when people come to like information channels or news channels and then say whatever they want without providing any proof to what you just said. You basically took your own assumptions, threw them in there, and then said this is what they said, and they never said that. That's a bit slanderous. Not real slander, but it's a bit slanderous when you sit there and you say that these people said something when they didn't say any of that. You're just interpreting it the way that you want to interpret it, you know? But they never said anything that you just said. So just, you don't have to sit there and try to rope them into it. Just say, hey, you know, I don't know what's going on. You know, they said, like, maybe they don't want to do them anymore just because we didn't get the game this year. You can just say that. But you don't have to sit there and say, this is what they said. They never said that. So you don't put words in their mouth when they never said that. That's the problem that I have. They never said that. That's not cool. You know? They didn't say that. So don't say that they said that when they didn't, you know? But it's all good. It's all good. But that is definitely the way how misinformation spreads. When people sit there and say that somebody says something that they never said, and then other people take that and then pass it along, then pass it along, then pass it along, then pass it along. Like for example, Nintendo Switch Nintendo Wii U. Oh, Nintendo said that this is an add-on for the Wii. Nintendo never said it was an add-on to the Wii. Maybe you felt that it was presented that way, but Nintendo never said that. But I saw so many people saying Nintendo said this was an add-on for the Wii. Nintendo never said the Wii U was an add-on for the Wii. You interpreted it that way, but they never said that. They never said that once. They actually said this is a new system. But some people didn't take it that way. They just interpreted it the way that they felt like it and then spread that. Nintendo never said it's an add-on for the Wii U. Or sorry, for the Wii. But it's all good. It's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and thank you for the music. Appreciate that. Some good music. Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. All right, so let's move on here. If you guys have questions, we're going to be answering questions for another 6 minutes. Another 6 minutes of questions, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to get to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Brothers, and I think I'm gonna play some like Elite. I'm gonna play some like Joker practice, like Elite Smash, and I'm probably gonna go into practice mode for a bit, mess around with some characters. So if you have any other questions, feel free. Solidus T says Panic Button is a little overrated. They're definitely not overrated. Or how about this? What makes Panic Button overrated, Angel Page? How about that? Solidus T says, ask Epic 11 people. People will complain no matter what. Sakurai dropped an Epic Smash and people still find something to complain about. Pretty much. That's okay though. There's nothing wrong with. If you want to complain, complain. Panic button is important now. After the Switch Pro comes out, they won't matter anymore. That doesn't even, Darwin. That doesn't even make sense. That statement makes no sense. Dilliard William. Thank you so much, Dilliard William. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Fire Nation, my boy. When is Streets of Rage coming to the Switch? Streets of Rage. There's no release date on that yet. Let's see here. Angel Bitches. Reggie explicitly said that the gamepad controller was for their new console. Another fun fact, journalists lied to you. You can see the Wii U console at least 13 times during the E3 2011 presentation. Yeah, but the console looked very similar to the Wii, apparently. That's what some of the journalists were saying. But yeah, some of them, even though like they said it's for their new console, a lot of people just interpreted it one way, then ran with it. Because Switch Pro will be easy to develop for. Okay, but what does that have to do? That doesn't mean people aren't going to hire Panic Button. Panic Button's still going to get hired for stuff. How does Panic Button become irrelevant when the Switch Pro comes out? They'd still hire them. I can guarantee you that you're wrong. I can double dog super pinky promise guarantee you that what you're saying is just false. It's just incorrect. Panic Button is not going to become irrelevant because all of a sudden Switch Pro is easy to develop for. It's the same it'd be the same architecture. It'd be the same thing. It'd still be ARM. It'd still be some type of mobile Tegra processor. How does that change anything? It's just more powerful. Just like the new Nintendo 3DS to the Nintendo 3DS. Like, what is that? I don't get your statement. First of all, there is no Switch Pro. But if there is one, how does that make it to where it's going to be easy? Is it going to change its architecture? And the Switch isn't hard to develop for either way. Like, the Switch isn't hard. It's ARM. ARM's been around forever. So I don't understand how all of a sudden where this comes from. I don't get it. Can you inform me on that? Maybe a little bit more. Smash Run and Break the Targets was what we need in Home Run. Yeah, you can waste your time on a bunch of that stuff, sure. I think we need like better, like elite, like a road to like the better on like having like Squad Strike and all that stuff online. I think that'd be dope to be able to play Squad Strike and some of the modes that are offline online. I think that would be great. Break the Targets and all that stuff is just so. I mean, it's cool for a bit, but it's just like so like. I mean, you break the targets, then what? That's it. You just go around a little map, you break some targets, and that's that. And then you home run, you just sit there, you beat the crap out of a baseball thing, and then you hit it. Or you beat the crap out of a sandbag, then you hit it, and that's it. I mean, I guess if people like that, that's fine. But I mean, I'd rather have them really focus on getting like Squad Strike and some of the other offline modes online, you know, where it's actually like fighting. But hey, I get it. Some people like the little things with Smash. I've just never really been into like breaking targets. Like I never found that very fun. So yeah. But either way, like I said, for to each their own. A lot of people do like break the targets and home run and all that stuff. But I barely put any time into that stuff when I was young. Although maybe break the targets because of the single player mode. Yeah, but that's about it. But that's just me. I know other people are a lot of people disagree with what I'm saying, so it's all good. Brian J says publishers will still need to contract out to studios like Panic Button. They don't always have the resources to do it themselves. That's true, exactly. So I don't understand why when a Switch Pro comes out, all of a sudden, oh, well, makes everything easy. No. That's called trivializing development. That's called somebody who's never talked to a developer at all, you know? So, Matthew Campus says, plus the person is assuming all Switch users will go buy a Switch Pro. Panic Button with still be making games for the larger install base. Well, Switch Pro isn't going to make, if there was a Switch Pro, guys, it's not going to be a separate system from the Switch. It's not going to be, oh, there's only going to be Switch Pro games like 100%. Like people are going to develop for Switch Pro, we're going to develop for regular Switch. That's not going to happen. Nintendo's not going to split their install base like that. They're just not. So yeah, I mean, I don't see what's going on here. I think this is ridiculous. Let's see here. I have a thick accent. I don't have a thick accent at all. What thick accent? What's my accent? I literally have no accent at all. I literally have no accent at all. When I was growing up, people said that I talk too white. That's what people said when I was growing up, is that I talk too white. Nathan is Drake says, player since how much do you think Nintendo will raise the goal if the Mini is announced? They won't raise the goal at all because they already know that the goal they already know that they already know what they're gonna do. Like if Switch Mini is coming out within the fiscal year, then they would have already planned for that number to be in there. They don't wait. Oh, now it's released. Okay, now we change it. No, they would have already planned. Revised goals are usually done afterwards. So if you're really bodying your count that you're going to do, like let's just say by the time that the Switch Mini comes out and months have passed by, then we get to the next quarter and Nintendo's already sold 18 million units before like 6 months, halfway through, then they revise it, They're not gonna revise it like they have to see the sales numbers and then they revise it. Right now they're already planning as, okay, if we do this, this is what we're going to do. But they're not overestimating things right now. So they'll have to wait and see the actual sales numbers and then they'll revise it if they have to. But probably not. Unless it's absolutely destroying what they set out to do, which might be a little tough. Let's see here. LOL Wom from Texas. So maybe that's why you just sound so different. Love. I'm from California, so I don't know what type of accent this is, but I mean, yeah, I think there was one guy in high school that I talked with a little bit of an accent, but I was like, no, everyone always said that I just have I talk pretty normal for somebody in California. I mean, this is kind of how we talk. I don't know. I know Texas is a little bit different, but shout outs, all love. But yeah, no accent here. All right, hey OJ, I'm sorry I'm late. I just got back from seeing Avengers. Cool, awesome stuff. From Oregon, I can't notice accents at all. East Coast is a different story. Yeah, East Coast is definitely a different story. Do you Charity Scott, do you mean that I have an accent like some type of dialect from like here in the United States or like a overseas? Like did you think it was like one of those or was it like something different? Was it like how people have like the New York accent or something like that or whatever it is? Was it like, did you think it was something like that but with overseas, or did you think it was within the United States, domestic type of accent? You definitely have a bit of a Cali accent though. I guess, yeah. I mean, I do say stuff like certain stuff that people in California would say, Northern California to be exact, like hella. That's something that people Northern would say more so than other people. And I don't think people outside of California say hella at all. So there's stuff like that I'll say sometimes, or kind of have like the California pronunciation on certain things. Yeah, for sure. But I've been here like pretty much not my whole life. Like I used to live in Oregon for a bit, but for most of my life I've been here, California. So hella good. Yeah. Gotta go. Have a good one, OJ. Back for the Smash stream. All right. Yeah, well, we're pretty much done. Actually, I went over on time. We went over on time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. We got a couple videos. We are going to be right back with Super Smash Brothers. So if you guys want to play, make sure you guys sign up Elite Ninja or on Patreon tier 2. So the links for that are in the description. We will be playing Super Smash Brothers in just a bit. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then we'll be back with Super Smash Brothers in just a bit, guys. Till that time, though, we have plenty of content for you guys to watch on the channel. A lot of different content for you guys to watch on the channel. We're going to start off with the content. This week, we had a video on Super Smash Brothers. It's become the best-selling fighting game of all time in 4 months. So we did have a video on that. That didn't do too great in terms of views. So if you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you guys check that out. We also had a video on Fire Emblem and why I'm excited for it. So if you want to watch that video is right here as well. So make sure you guys check out that video did a lot better. That video did like almost like 4.5 thousand views. So that's good. That's good enough at least. All right, so we have that video as well. The PE podcast is up. So if you want to watch the podcast till we start up here, you can definitely do so. The podcast is about 2 hours long. So PE podcast number 49. So So the PE podcast is up on the channel. So you guys can check that out as well. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do appreciate it. We got a lot of content for you guys to watch. A lot of stuff over the weekend. I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, hydrate myself, probably get a little, I might do a little bit of cleaning before we start up, guys. So give me probably at the max 2 hours, at the minimum an hour. Well, about maybe an hour, maybe two. Minimum 1 hour, maybe two. I might even go sooner than that. So just give me a little bit of time just to relax because it is Sunday. I worked every single day this week, so I'm going to take a little bit more time to relax. I might do a little bit of cleaning, and then I'll be back. So maybe 2 hours, maybe two, maybe three, but I do want to make it a little bit more of a evening type of stream. So I'll be back in a bit. You guys, just like I said, hang out, watch some of the content. If you want to hear me talk more, watch some of the content. We also have gameplay up from, I think, did the Dragon's Dogma go live? No, we didn't. We got Mortal Kombat gameplay too. I think a lot of you guys probably missed that. If you want to watch some Mortal Kombat on the Switch, the story mode, make sure you guys check out that. I've got some Mortal Kombat gameplay here for you. So also check out that. I'll put it right here. All right, so there you go. I also got some Mortal Kombat gameplay too. So a lot of stuff to watch on the channel, guys. A lot of great content over the past week, and it's just going to get better. We got Xenoblade coming next week, so look forward to that. And also more. We're probably going to do another Fire Emblem video. We're going to have some videos on Splatoon maybe. So all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And we will see you guys back in just a little bit for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Hit that like button, guys. Before you go, hit the like button. We should already be at 100. I'm not sure why we're not even at 100, but we should already be at 100. But anyway, either way, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button before you go, and we'll see you guys back for Smash Brothers in just a bit. All right, peace.